Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about climate change, its impact on modern agriculture, and ways to mitigate and adapt to it. First, we're going to define what climate change is. According to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the problem of climate change is defined as the variation in the Earth's climate, directly or indirectly attributed to human activity that modifies the composition of the global atmosphere and the natural climate observed over comparable time periods. Climate change is originated by the increase in the average global temperature due to an abnormal increase in the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Now I'm gonna talk about how climate change has affected the modern agriculture. We know that crops grown all over the world are critical for the food supply of human beings and animals. A considerable change in temperature, the amount of carbon dioxide, and the frequency and intensity of extreme weather could have significant impacts on crop yields. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, for any particular crop, the effect of increased temperature will depend on the crop's optimal temperature for growth and reproduction. If temperature exceeds a crop's optimal temperature, or if sufficient water and nutrients are not available, yield increases by high levels of carbon dioxide may be reduced. Also, more extreme temperature and precipitation can prevent crops from growing. Also, we know that many weeds, pests, and fungi thrive under warmer temperatures, wetter climates, and increased carbon dioxide levels. Therefore, there's an increased use of pesticides and fungicides that may negatively affect the environment. Now I'm going to talk about mitigation and adaptations for climate change. In my opinion, we can help mitigate climate change with these three ways. First, we must use biomass for energy. This transforms wastes into resources. When biomass is burned to obtain energy, carbon dioxide is released to the atmosphere, but it is absorbed during the growth of organic matter. So, with this, the cycle is closed and the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is kept constant. Another way to mitigate is the use of agroforestry systems. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, the agroforestry systems can control runoff and soil erosion. Therefore, this will reduce losses of water, soil material, organic matter, and nutrients. And the final way to mitigate will be promote good agronomic practices. This is to make a better use of the resources to improve soil quality, enhance water use, manage crop residue, and improve the environment through better fertilizer management. Now I'm going to talk about some ways to adapt to climate change. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, there are three main ways to adapt to the problem of climate change. First, we have the Integrated Pest Management, also known as IPM. The IPM approach integrates preventive and corrective measures to keep pests from causing significant problems with minimum risk or hazard to human and desirable components of the environment. Second, we have production in greenhouses. A greenhouse provides an efficient way to grow crops in relative safety from the outside world. Greenhouses are typically equipped with glass or clear plastic walls, which allow them to conserve heat while still allowing light to filter. And finally, we have rainwater harvesting. We know that water is limited, so we have to look for external sources to have water. So with rainwater harvesting, we're making a use of valuable resource that is free, and we can stop using the resources bad. So thank you and have a good night.